Hi everyone, so today we are going to learn about what are the common things or common components we need to know about before working on any Android application. Yeah, so let's get started and see what are the common components we have. So first one, if you go, this is my Android application, structure of Android. So since I created for the simplicity, I used my earlier project which I created in the last session to see how to create a simple application. So I'm gonna use the same one. Application folder, which is our app folder, it contains src, which is having source code, and the which is having java classes and the test cases for that response. So this contain all java attribute. This contain, so in the main methods we have three folders. So by default, when you create a new project, this folder won't be there assets, because in the last project we created that to put our properties over here. That's why it's there. Now if we go to the java, so here we are going to write our java application, so java code. And resource, it contains XML and the configuration. So now let's talk about what are the subcomponents or subfolders it has. So first one is drawable. So drawable, as from the name it appears, right? So it contains images. So let's say if you're going to use some image in our project, and so that image needs to be persist over here. Now if I'll go down the line, layout, as the name says, it's talk about the layout, or how it would be the layout for the application. So here we have two things. If you go here, activity main.xml, so basically to create a layout or to design any page, we have two options here. Either we can use drag down these options from the palette, or we can write our own code. So let's say this is my application and I want to create one more button, so let's drag it out over here. So let's say I want to change the name to my new button. If you see, let me zoom out this guy. So this one is the run components. Like when we want to run our application, we'll click here. I mean, it's like same as the other Eclipse IDs, and then we have the debugger mode here as well. One more thing, interesting thing we have over here, it's like this stuff, it's like which is attached debugger to the Android application. So let's say you are running some application and you haven't run that in debug mode, but at a certain point of time you want to run that in debug point of mode to debug something. So at that time you can click over here, and then it's like your running application will be converting into will be running into debug mode, and this one is for the project structures. If we'll go, we can see the SDK locations, modules, build variations, and the JDK location as well. If you want to change, you can change it over here. Then we are having Gradle components dependencies to sync anything. If in case we are making any changes into the Gradle component, we can either sync it from here, or we can just go and refresh it from here. It's up to you how you want to do. Then this guy is the ABD manager. It's like if you want to create any virtual device, which we already saw in our previous videos, we can go here and select any device. The main purpose of the virtual device or ABD is like if you want to test, because we have plenty of options to create which device we want to test on which device. So we have plenty of options. Let's say we want to test our application or our app onto different devices, like Pixel, the Nexus, so Galaxy. So that also we can use it over. We can select the category, and then we can use it in that way. That's all we have for this session. Thanks for watching and happy learning.